Okay. Alright. Dia macam ni. As I said, if we are now moving into the new paradigm, kalau dia tidak menjadi part and parcel of kenaikan pangkat, it will not happen. For some, but I hate to say this, because we are orang ilmuwan. It should not come to the level tak ada kenaikan pangkat, I ain't doing it. You know, always asking what's in it for me. It shouldn't happen that way. Kalau kita cakap pasal amanah, this is your job. So if you specify when you sign as a pensyarah, ni pendaftar, what is competency that is requested from the pensyarah? When you sign that, that is your basic amanah. That means for the salary every month that you make, that will be your amanah that you need to fulfill. Therefore, you will not get this 80-20 because the amanah is there. But when we sign, we also don't sign anything that the pendaftar asks, or because there was nothing. It just say mengajar, membuat pendidikan, this and that. Dia tak ada specify ni. That is why dekat USM, we shift to competency-based leadership. Maknanya we specify. It's not fair for someone to become a dean that has no training to what is expected to be a dean. Right? So, competency to be a dean needs to be there. Competency to be TNC needs to be there. Baru dia tahu apa kerja dia. Dia being trained dalam engineering. Apa kena-mengena dia nak buat all these things. You have also not done about community engagement. Ini semua baru kan? All these things happening. So, we need to be trained. So, that's why we go for competency leadership. Right? So that dia bukan kira a carrot and stick. Okay. I am one of those person, even dekat USM, I do not believe in carrot and stick. I use only the carrot. I don't use the stick. Why? Because we are all ilmuwan here. We are all supposed to be the generator of knowledge. Why do I have to use a stick to you guys? That should not be. Sepatutnya kita dah tahu amanah kita tu apa. Sepatutnya. Because kita nak mengajak future generation. They are looking at us. So if we are not the correct one, then why are we here teaching the future generation? So that's why I don't use the stick. But I use incentive. Incentive because dalam Islam, tu dia, salah pula dah. Dalam Islam pun kata, kalau kita semayang seorang, dapat pahala banyak ni. Kalau kita semayang berjemaah, kita dapat pahala belana lagi. Right? So if you want it, you choose it. Right? So sepatutnya lah, kalau kita buat perkara macam ni, kita kata, okay, kenaikan pangkat, there's no KPI, but this is the number of papers you need to hit to get this kenaikan pangkat. AP. This is the number you want to get, Professor. This is the number for Professor A. I don't say to you 4 papers a year, 3 papers a year, 7 papers a year. I don't say. You achieve this, you get. You achieve it, how you want to achieve, you choose. For how long you want to do it, you choose. You want to take 7 years, you want to take 1 year, you want to take 3 years, you choose. But I teach you responsible conduct of research. Supaya you ada integrity. Not a matter of producing 17 papers, tapi semuanya ada tiruan, ada all those things, right? So responsible conduct, that's why we are advocating now responsible conduct of research, because at the end of the day it's about the individual. You perbetul dia, semua okay. You perbetul dia akan jadi a good engineer, a good doctor, a good accountant, dia akan jadi. You tak perbetul dia hanya ada ilmiah, tanpa ada ilmu yang karakter dan akhlak yang ni values based ni, dia akan jadi songsang. So that's why yang kita kata values based education to create learned, not just educated. Ada difference. Educated, ramai orang educated but they are not learned. So we want people with integrity. So that's why values based is very important when we create or when we nurture. I don't like the word create. Nurture engineers. Right? So question yang you tanya tadi tu, kalau kita perbetul semua ni, everything should be okay. I think Profesor Karim came up with the statement, if the flower is not growing well, don't fix the flower, fix the environment. Fix the soil, fix the baja, fix everything. Baru sekarang ni the flower will flower well. right? So kita pun ada fault dalam kita punya cara dalam universiti ni. That's why when I look at the thing, I say we think we need to go back to competency framework. Kita, to be fair, orang tak tahu macam mana do a lot of these things. Apa? Community engagement. Tengok cara community engagement lain, right? Lepas tu nak buat assessment. Competency based. I tak belajar benda ni semua because all of us came back with a PhD in our discipline. We are not PhD in pedagogy. But suddenly now we have to do all of this. And to be fair, we have to be trained. And that is why a center like Academic Development Center should now be teaching all of this to complete the individual, so that now baru bubuh dia dalam race to get promotion and whatnot, then you're being fair. Kalau tidak, tak fair lah. And then you end up muka yang sama yang ni kan. And then kita kata Allah, yang ni dah nak masuk syurga, yang lain-lain semua mana? So cannot be. That's why I said, pendaftar, if we now go competency based, we will train people by design. I don't like by chance. Because by chance you will see 20%, 30%, but majority macam tak buat apa. Dan kita pun sakit hati. So but if we now do by design, that means training of all these things, now insyaAllah 100% you will see some change. But it's all about amanah. Okay? Boleh dapat tokoh Melada Rasul, boleh kira lah kan. Sebab I pun terkejut juga, tokoh Melada Rasul buat mana main. Okay? Okay.
Okay, baiklah, kita bagi satu lagi peluang untuk...
Ya. Tadi ada soalan tadi? Kau dah jawab dah? Sila. Half an hour.
Terima kasih Datuk. Just for your information, I'm alumni USM.
You cannot go wrong.
Okay. So Datuk, my name is Dr. Umar, Dean of the Faculty of the Engineering Technology in Mechanical and Manufacturing. So now the challenge as of now is last year we actually introduced a new program of the Bachelor of Technology. Because I love the word of learning by doing just now. Because the challenge is for this group actually, because they come from the vocational college. So of course their skill is quite good, but somehow they are theoretical. So we need to support, strengthen their theoretical. So the challenge is when the pandemic COVID comes. So when we go for the online learning, so as I mentioned before, mereka ni kena ada mesin, kena usik mesin, then barulah benda tu boleh berlaku. So barulah what we call, the PO can be achieved, and so on, especially the LO for particular of the courses. So is there any possibility by looking at these particular groups? So means that for the in future, give some what we call that peluang untuk mereka ni hadir ke universiti. Begitu juga bagi program, for example like the engineering technology programs.
Dia macam ni, because I had to study what TVET is all about to give the talk today. But fortunate for me, I had the Commonwealth Board of Governors meeting before this talk, and I asked the same question: how is the Commonwealth countries dealing dengan TVET ni? They open, they negotiated with the government during the MCO to allow the skill-based yang learning by doing to be open. So maknanya even the companies dekat Pulau Pinang, though, if you shut down a company, the EE companies tadi, if you shut them down, they're going to die because this is global market. We are not talking about Malaysian market, so they cannot afford to be shut down. So under CRES, we negotiated with the government, and then the government, kalau tak raise, orang tak terfikir tak. So bila raise, then dia kata, okay, let's create the SOP. So they create the SOP, the companies follow the SOP, and they are allowed to now function. Same thing dengan MTON. That's why I kata sekarang ni, maybe MTONians, the leaders of the M-Tones should now probably have a meeting and request this, because learn by doing is a must. It's not easy to migrate, like I said, to online for the M-Tone. Tapi kalau kita tak raise, dia pun tak realize. You nampak tak? Bila kita raise pasal lab, now postgraduate yang boleh masuk lab, boleh masuk. So sekarang ni sebenarnya boleh dah. Tapi masa MCO tu, if we had raised that, maybe. But the thing is, you guys were doing the face shield. Kan? So during MCO, kan? So you're all working with that laser 3D, laser cutting, making all the PPE. Boleh pula. So actually, you are coming to work. Because I tengok belakang Raha kat depan. Sebab I tengok belakang dia, siapa dekat belakang? Banyak orang duk kerja kat belakang tu. So maknanya you are coming to work. So that's why I said, with COVID, things like that get to be special. All the other labs shut down. But those making PPE, those yang handling diagnostic for COVID, open. Nampak? That's the beauty of COVID, but it could have been negotiated at that time to allow. Tapi tak apa, kita dah intermediary. Now, apa benda dah terlepas lah. Tapi now we need to now be resilient. Maknanya kena ada dah SOP ni di dalam kementerian such that berlaku another pandemic. There are more 2,000 over, according to Akademi Sains, there are more than 2,000 viruses lagi all waiting to create a pandemic. So bottom line sekarang ni, we need to be resilient. That's why I say it's no longer about responding, it's about resilient. Putting things in place now, berlakulah apa-apa, haze pun you kena tutup. Berlaku haze ke apa, floods, you kena tutup. It's not just about COVID, right? So you kena tutup macam mana budak-budak ni? So how now do you provide that? So in the Commonwealth, they also main avatar, the avatar concept, the augmented reality and all that. Tapi kalau dah tak ada internet, tak ada apa, macam mana nak main benda tu lah. So this is what I say now, you come up with the alternative technology and a lot of things hopefully can be solved. So you are now the dean. You can have the compassion to make that difference. So as a USM alumni, I'm sure you can handle it. Because we are Apex University, yeah? Okay. Ya, sila.
Datuk, saya Dr. Rizal daripada Pejabat Ketua Program Maklumat. Saya nak tanya Datuk sebab ini adalah soalan mungkin yang bukan daripada akademik ini non-akademik. Okay, soalan saya, apakah cadangan terbaik yang bahagia Datuk sebagai nilai tambah kepada para pentadbir non-akademik untuk merealisasikan norma baru ini? Non-akademik.
Non-academic. All of us need to change, right? This is what transformation is all about. You see, I didn't have the time to talk about change in management, right? There are small changes, then there is the transitional change, developmental change tu sikit-sikit improve lah, kaizen, continuous improvement, kaizen, doesn't create any change anywhere sangat. Then there is the transitional change. Transitional change is when we say, let's create this institute is going to do this. Tapi semua at top management level, talking about just skills and whatnot, but never really change the individual. Right? Transformational change. All these things must happen, total change, including the individual. Right? That means semua orang terlibat, semua orang kena berasa benda ni, as in work from home. But now we talking work from anywhere. Right now we say work from home, but past recovery period tak ada MCO dah apa-apa pun. Now we are going to be working from anywhere. Because once you trust us to work from home, the next step is to trust us also to work from anywhere. Right? So then, how do you measure? By the deliverables. Right? By the deliverables. Maknanya, we want the paper on this to be siap. Siap. You know? So, the deliverables. So, this is a new mindset change that probably we need to talk about. The concept of physical distancing means and per square foot or per square whatever the size of the office, berapa orang saja yang boleh ada dalam tu. So that means there's going to be a change. Not 100% of people will come to work, but only at that number. And so dia akan shift lah. which is what happening in Akademi Sains. So only certain number of people can be at office at any one time, so the rest will work from home. So then they gile-gile. So they ada roster lah. So you probably end up maybe 3 times a week, you are 100% at the office, but the rest of the time you are working from home. Deliverables, intact. Policy papers, all this still need to be done. I don't care, they have to be able to deliver. So there is trust. Oh my God, that is a very difficult word, isn't it? Trust. So the lack of trust, that's why Klaus Schwab say the problem with tomorrow's people, with the advent of IR Industry 4.0 is about people and values. It's about the lack of trust. Once the trust is not there, it cannot happen. So that's why for anything, trust and trustworthiness is now muy importante to have. And once we start the premise by kita tak trust, semua kita fikir benda-benda negatif. My COVID, boleh pula semua work from home? 100% are working from home, right? But when we open up, we forgot that tadika tak boleh buka lagi. Lepas tu budak-budak nak hantar pergi mana? Mak kena masuk kerja, right? So this is where now ihsan starts to come in. That we have, kalau suami dan isteri bekerja pada satu tempat, one can be at home, the other ni. Kalau tadika tak buka lagi. So but all these things boleh work out. It's not something that is not possible to do. But the concept tadi of social distancing, can we not use that? We need to say physical distancing, socially connected. Because if you ask a child, what is social distancing? Mungkin dia tak boleh jawab. But what is physical distancing? Dia boleh jawab, 1 meter. But when we start talking about social distancing, terus kita dah tak bersama dengan masyarakat, which is terbalik kot from what we are seeing about Malaysians. Social solidarity, compassion, sympathy, empathy, all there, right? Civic spirit yang kita tunjuk are all there. That also makes me say that some things must be right, Sharin, about our education system, about the values yang masyarakat Malaysia duk tunjuk ni. Something must be right, right? Compared to United States, the place that we learn science from, don't believe in science. Bukan nak kata lah, but you can see how they don't care about MCO, kata MCO, they don't wear mask, they don't need, and yet these are the places we go to learn science. So I'm now thinking, maybe we should be sending our students to go and learn from the people from the East, Korea, China, all those people, how they are handling, because it looks like their values are better. But maybe we should shift kita punya mindset juga in how and where we learn and acquire information from. So I don't know whether I answer your question direct, but I think there is a lot on trust that need to be changed. And I'm sure anything can be worked out. No? Tapi think about competency-based framework, because the same, we have competency-based framework untuk pensyarah, competency-based framework untuk pentadbir juga. Kenapa? Sebab juga they are expected to do things that they are not trained before. All of them can come, some of the AR can come, panggil AR kat sini? Panggil apa? Administrator panggil apa? Administrator lah, penolong pendaftar. So penolong pendaftar come from various background. Mass comm ada, from biology ada, from whatever. They come from various background. So obviously you're not competency based trained to now do AR job. But what is the expectation of the AR job? So that is the thing lah. Bukan semua orang come back from business administration. But competency is related also to the organisation, right? So what's practice in USM may not be what's practice here in UTM. So you will see differences there. So that's why I said it's important that we have this competency base also, for both academic and also for pentadbir and kaki tangan sokongan. Anything else? Daripada
Okey Datuk, kita ada soalan daripada FB Live UTM. daripada Wahid Nordin, pengarah UPU. Salam Prof Datuk. Soalan saya berkaitan dengan feeder dari pendidikan menengah dari sekolah-sekolah ke universiti awam. Trend sekarang ini ramai pelajar-pelajar bidang sains yang lebih cenderung ke arah bidang sains sosial selain kejuruteraan. Selain itu juga trend di sekolah yang kurang ke arah bidang sains yang tidak mengambil mata pelajaran sains. Pandangan Datuk mengenai perkara ini bagi universiti awam akan menerima calon-calon dari sekolah. Sekian.
Macam mana? Soalan dia apa?
Mohon pandangan Datuk mengenai perkara ini bagi universiti awam yang akan menerima calon-calon dari sekolah.
How do we improve what? For science or for what? For science.
For science.
Oh, for science dah berbuih dah rasa dah. I think calon memang every year akan terus kurang. Dia macam ni. How do I say ya? Benda ni is a two-way street. If you don't have industries that will need the science, budak yang graduate daripada science don't have a job. They also have to go into some other ni, right? So that is why we need, as I said in Akademi many times, we need to plan for talent. We need to know what industry is now going to go forward. We need to now plan how many of this is needed to move that particular industry. Barulah sekarang ni benda ni will be happening. That is why we propose the 10-10. The 10-10 sekarang ni akan tunjuk what is the technology and what is the socio-economic gap ni. That means from there, the next level is to plan how many people do you need in 5G for the printing, advanced material, all that. How many do you need in the layer in order to move that particular technology forward? It's not like overnight you can do this. You have to plan. Barulah sekarang ni we have people in artificial intelligence able to do. We have data scientist, we have data steward, data curator. These are all new names. Universiti pun tak ajak lagi. So, but we need to now have. That's why I said the combination of technology assembly dengan ni will make work together with the IPTA or IPTS. We produce the graduate, but before they graduate, the 3U1I or the 2U2I will equip them. And that's how you have to collaborate dengan the members of the industry. Once that industry now takes off, you will begin to see more and more people. It's all in a cycle. It's all in a cycle. So, you know, engineers now are big people want engineers because there are so many of this EE industry. But civil tak ada. They're mainly EE, mechanical, the certain chosen areas yang where the pay setters are, those are the one that are zapped up. And they're saying to USM, not enough, we need more. So now how do you create that new market for ni? And that will be employable lah. So, and to do that, I think there's also a lot of making science attractive to students. Saya rasa I'm going through the whole science outlook of how to make science more better, more manageable, more attractive for students to go into science. But at the end of the day, you also have to convince the parents. It's not just about the student, it's the parents. The student nak pergi, parent kata tak payah, mana ada kerja dalam bidang ni. Alright, so that's why I say the current mode of online learning allows you to be knowing. Maybe if you are taught by the best professors in the world, your outlook for science is different. Maybe if you're taught by the best teachers outside your school, a better teacher who knows how to train and talk about science well, then you will see different. That's why I say TB pendidikan have some of the best teachers to teach at TB pendidikan. Tapi dia on Astro. So kalau macam kita tak buat on RTM ke apa ke, so tak adalah, national tak dapat. Demi only those who subscribe akan dapat. So if we want to make this a national thingy, then it has to be on RTM 1 or a special channel for TB pendidikan lah. That is public, bukan kena subscribe. So maybe that's the way forward to do that. Because you see, budak-budak are savvy now. These are the Gen Y, Gen Z. Yang handphone ni semua kira sok-sok suai lah. So basically for them they are more technology savvy. So maybe we should be thinking about how to make it technology savvy for them so that it's more interesting for them in the future. Susah jadi TNCA kalau aku give up. TNCA PNI pun susah, sama jadi TNCA. TNCG, community engagement, ya. Semua susah. Jadi VC lagi susah. Ya. Anything else?
Okay, pada seterusnya kita buka soalan terakhir kepada audiens sekiranya ada sebelum kita menamatkan sesi soal jawab.
Tak ada soalan untuk VC ke? Tak ada lah. Sila. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum Prof. Saya Fahmi dari Dekan Fakulti Kejuruteraan Elektrik. Saya nak tanya sedikit tentang salah satu slide transformation tadi. So on what to do. One of the thing dalam list tu adalah to change how we promote the staff. Kalau saya tak silap tadilah. So kita banyak tekankan pada KPI, tapi macam Prof cakap yang lebih penting adalah KAP. Key result area, impact lah.
Impact.
So dan saya sendiri rasa ada sedikit misalignment lah antara KPI sebuah universiti dengan apa yang masyarakat perlukan sebenarnya.
Kat mana misalignment tu?
So itulah
Give me an example.
Saya dah agak dia mungkin akan backfire. Tapi maybe contohnya macam ni lah. Kita contohnya ingin bangunkan pelajar yang kompeten untuk TVET. Universiti MTON ni a bit special, dia ke arah itu. Untuk itu, pesara-pesaranya perlu juga kompeten. Dan dia perlu spend time untuk dia tingkatkan kompetensi dia dan dia seorang yang kompeten dalam contohnya welding ataupun apa dan sebagainya lah. Jadi kadang-kadang publishing paper yang high impact dan sebagainya itu dilihat dari sudut academic contribution yang original dan sebagainya. Dia tidak melihat dari segi kompetensi ataupun implementation dekat practical industrial world. Jadi di mata masyarakat academician ni perlulah macam scholarly dan publish original work dan sebagainya. Tapi di UTM ada dilema di mana dalam masa yang sama pensyarah itu juga perlu kompeten dan spend a lot of time to make themselves really hands on, really able to do work before they can ever deliver their knowledge, their competency, transfer them to the student. So maybe ada maksud saya mismatch di situ ialah dalam promotion, for example, we value people based on their ability to publish very high impact paper. Tetapi dalam keperluan impact kepada masyarakat, kita perlu seorang yang kompeten dan able to train people to become tadi technologies yang turn idea, turn academic finding into something yang impact masyarakat. So mungkin boleh Prof
Ya, saya perkara ni memang saya tanya kepada universities dua perkara. Do you want to be in the ranking and create move impact factor, or do you want to be in the number one in the hearts and mind of the people? You have to make your choice. Either you want to move in the ranking, or you want to go and become the number one in the hearts and mind of the people. Or the better one is to be the hybrid, that you can create the impact on ranking to be recognized, at the same time you create the impact pada masyarakat. Case in point, the 5 RUs. The 5 RU, Myra 2 with challenge on Grand Challenge, will make sure that whatever their innovation must move quadruple helix. Whereas all the top ranking yang the Times Education buat tu mainly triple helix. But our universities have always gone to quadruple helix. So basically, we are a university, RU, that has moved in the ranking, but at the same time creating impact. But because there's only 5, you cannot see it. It gotta be all the 20, then I think you will begin to see. So, if you say you want to be in the hearts, and because Tibet is about people, to me lah. So therefore, if that is the case, you can create apa? Does it matter that you have to be in Q1, Q2? Or it's just that you are publishing, and if it's not there, then create the journals that will now allow for this kind of work. Okay, dia macam ni ya. If you want to go to the ranking, you have to have high investment in high-tech equipment that will make you produce frontier cutting edge. If not, people in that field already got top of the line punya lab. Dengan hang tengok hang punya operational sekarang ni, you can't even compete. But the plan B is that you will create something to help masyarakat, right? And that masyarakat will appreciate very much. And you can publish this, but it doesn't go into the Q1, Q2. Not that your work is not good, it's just it's not of priority to the Q1, Q2 journal. So that is why I say dekat ASEAN region, you know, banyak kali dah kita dah kata ASEAN region create journal for developing countries dalam bidang yang kita nak, tropical tropical diseases, tropical medicine, tropical lah, something like that. Itu untuk agriculture, untuk health, but you can also do for engineering and whatnot, right? So when we do that, then we have something termasuk Journal Akademi Sains. Journal Akademi Sains is in the Scopus, is in the Web of Science, Impact Journal. So, and it's free. So, why not you publish inside there as well? But kenapa tak keluarkan jurnal-jurnal ni? Because macam USM kita keluarkan 13 jurnal that is now in the Web ISI. Right? The whole of Malaysia has 76 or more journals that ada dalam Scopus dan juga ISI. Why not we continue to do that? Because then we can create something that other people can now read about. Because kita bila kita go local, this is global, maknanya act locally, go globally, because whatever solution we provide, many countries around the world in our region would want that solution. But they may not be of priority kepada the Q1, Q2. So that's why when we break the mindset to kata di universiti ni kita nak apa? That's why I said, you tanya where is higher education heading? I said endpoint. We want to do a university that does public good. Because that's what rakyat's money is all about. To do an IPTA for public good. So kalau public good, make sure the people on the street appreciate what you're doing. And how can you do that? By making sure your innovation and whatnot touch base. So that's why I tunjuk 1010, and how from 1010 it is now going to go to the various localities so that the real Makcik Kia will now be able to appreciate what UTM is now doing. So in order to do that, you got to go through community engagement. Baru sekarang ni, your innovation is now relevant. It's not just created in the lab, but actually you go out there, you listen to the Makcik Kias, what exactly do they want? Then you come back to the lab. But when you come back, it's not about your discipline alone. It's working in a multidisciplinary with arts integration semua ni to create now a relevant solution for what the community wants. Right? Then you go in, then only 2 years from now, you will see the innovation still being used. Right now, it's not. We are doing knowledge transfer. We are not doing knowledge for change. That is why the mindset of kita punya pensyarah ni kena tukar juga. Because bila knowledge transfer, I've got innovation. Here, Makcik Kia, this is good for you. Because I know better. Right? But the problem is, Makcik Kia will take gambar with you, selfie, semua very good. Hampa masuk dalam report apa semua. 2 years from now, you go in there, nobody is using your innovation. So that is why sekarang ni is knowledge for change. It is a two-way street now. I learn from the community learn from me. So that's why in community engagement, it's not talking about community service. It's talking about community engagement. You do apa? You train to use the fishing rod and not give the fish. That is what higher education is all about. Right? When we masuk kampung apa kita? Bawa beras, bawa gula, bawa semua. Tak apalah, lepas histuk lusa kita keluar pada kampung tu, makcik Kia nak survive macam mana? So if we train them to use the fishing rod, they will survive. That is what MTON should be all about. To touch base with the people. So what's wrong with being a university that is number 1 in the hearts and mind of the state of Malacca? Nothing wrong, kan? And you can still be publishing, but you will not be Q1, Q2. But it is still very relevant to rakyat Malaysia. So what's wrong with that? So itu saya lah. Tapi of course VC may have something else. Sama, Pak Gui. We are in line.
Tak payah Q1, Q2.
Tak payah.
Journal berindex.
Itu amanah. Itu amanah. Because as pensyarah, kita kena generate knowledge.
Technologies, engineers.
Tak apalah. Whatever. But you understand, once we start to create innovations for the hearts and mind of the people, there are the level. So that's why I always use high tech, high touch. High tech, high touch. I train you on that, right? So high tech, high touch. High tech, when we are doing the work for my work, when I keluarkan typhi.dot, I'm doing high tech, buat high throughput screening, molecular apa semua, everything. But when I bawa typhi.dot kepada masyarakat, it has to be the people, because typhi.dot, typhoid is a disease of the poor. So I cannot bring PCR direct to the poor. Although I can do the diagnostics in my lab, but I cannot bring it to the poor. So that's why I change it to the dipstick. So the mind is always thinking, next time kena panggil lain untuk ajak R&D for commercialization. Baru you will understand what I'm talking about, because you have to work with the end in mind. If the end is the marginalized, then your technology also must change. But that's the challenge of R&D. So when we were doing this, I said the way to go forward is to do PCR. But if PCR is still using the machine, we are back to a country that mesti ada electricity. Where I go to with typhoid, yang penyakit typhoid, they don't even have electricity. So my solution by using a diagnostic with PCR, already T0 is useless in that community. Because they don't have electricity. So what do? I come up with the PCR yang sekarang ni tanpa menggunakan the alatan straight away. The enzyme itself boleh replicate the DNA. So when we have a problem like this, and you put that inclusivity, ingat, when you start to do that, I tell you, your mind kan akan tukar tau. And when your mind tukar, you akan encourage the postgraduate student to tukar juga. That's amanah kita sebagai pensyarah. And as a supervisor. Yang tu kena lain, yang tu kena postgraduate. So there's a lot of difference there. Because kita have the power to change the mind of pelajar-pelajar, which is the future minds of the nation. You know, and what perangai kita, attitude kita, cara kita punya approach to solution can definitely inspire and make the change to the postgraduate as well. InsyaAllah. But you have decided to be number 1 in the hearts and minds of the state of Malacca, right? If not the nation. UTM Malacca, ya. Your slide ada kan? UTM is Malacca, Malacca is UTM. No, go global, because what is a local solution is also a global need. To me, I kata when you now address the bottom billion, that's why I'm requesting for UTM to consider I to inclusivity. Once you do that, you are addressing the bottom billion. Once you address the marginalized, automatically your mind akan tukar. How now to make the technology now address? If you now, ini short lecture. If you now want to create innovation, the world is what? 7.6 billion, right? 2 billion rich, the rest is poor. In terms of commercialization of R&D, where is the volume of sales? It will be in the 5 billion. Betul tak? So if you now address something in Malaysia, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all the Commonwealth will also now want to buy. So that's why we work on diseases, because I happen to be a microbiologist, work on diseases of the poor. Because the killing rate is very high, and you have the added advantage, no Western country is interested in diseases of orang miskin, right? So as Ahmad Zuel say, if you work on a topic that is what the West is doing, you will be 20 years behind. If you work on a topic that the West is not interested in, you will be 20 years ahead. That's your competitive edge. If you understand blue ocean, that is blue ocean. To boldly go where no one has gone before. I don't like that word. To boldly go where no man has gone before, because it's gender insensitive. Right? Right. So this is what I'm talking about lah. That is another topic. How now you design innovation for the poor. Kena panggil lain. Tak boleh tapi yang okay. Okay. Anything else? Boleh ya? Okay.
Okay, baiklah, terima kasih kepada yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Asma Ismail di atas ucap pertama perkongsian ilmu dan sesi soal jawab sebentar tadi. Mudah-mudahan apa yang disampaikan oleh yang berbahagia Datuk sebentar tadi akan dapat merangsang pemikiran-pemikiran baru dan seterusnya memacu strategi dan matlamat organisasi. Mohon kepada yang berbahagia Datuk untuk terus kekal di atas pentas untuk penyampaian cenderamata majlis menjemput. Yang berbahagia Datuk Wira Naib Chancellor diiringi oleh yang berusaha Ketua Pegawai Operasi untuk penyampaian cenderamata kepada yang berbahagia Datuk Profesor Datuk Dr. Asma Ismail, tanda kenang-kenangan daripada UTM. Baiklah, majlis merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada yang berbahagia Datuk Wira Naib Chancellor di atas penyampaian cenderamata itu tadi. Hadirin sekalian, dengan penyampaian cenderamata sebentar tadi, maka berakhirlah majlis kita pada pagi ini. Pihak penganjur memohon maaf jika terdapat sebarang kekurangan sepanjang majlis ini berlangsung. Dijemput kepada yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Asma Ismail bersama yang berbahagia Datuk Wira Naib Chancellor serta pengurusan tertinggi universiti, pegawai-pegawai kanan, ketua-ketua PTJ untuk ke bilik jamuan untuk menikmati jamuan tengah hari. Sekian sahaja, semoga berjumpa lagi di lain masa. Salam hormat, salam perpisahan. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.